Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our breaks this evening. We'll get started here in about 15 minutes with our first break, which is our Gold Rush Autographed Mini Helmet Specialty Edition. And we'll start that at 7. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Hopefully, everybody's weekend has gotten off to a good start. I'm just getting some housekeeping things done before we get started. Got a nice schedule this evening. After our helmet, we've got a 2-pack Topps 3D Random Team Break, and then our Gold Rush Multi-Sport Autographed Jersey Random Player Break at 7:35, and then at 7:50 we'll be doing our 20 Select Football Mega Box Random Player Break number 5, and then at 8:20 we've got a 2019 National Treasures Baseball Random Player Break. Not something you see a lot nowadays. And then we'll cap off our schedule at 8:50 with a hobby box of 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball, random player style. Dampy or no, we're not doing the Topps Museum tonight. It will probably be next week or the week after. We still have, I want to say we've probably got 200 spots left in that one. So we've got a little ways to go. Sure thing, no problem. All right, looks like we've got about 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and make sure our lighting's set up all right. I'm assuming you all can hear me okay. Certainly hope you can. Lighting looks pretty good. Hey Keith, how are you doing this evening? I feel like the lighting's all right. We should be in good shape there. Might as well open a pack. Billy Hatcher with an ascot and a starter jersey. Quite the look. Tino. Paul McClellan. Bones. Kim Batista. Or Batiste. Junior Felix. Greg Briley playing the role of bullpen catcher. Jose Guzman. Steve Olin. Danny Jackson. Craig Biggio in his younger years as a catcher. Kenny Lofton rookie. And Chris Beasley. Yeah, I think that's my favorite card right now, Keith, is my Gary Busey rookie card. For whatever reason, I keep that handy. I need to order a bunch of them and send them out to people when I send their cards. I feel like we should all have one. I need to look on like Burbank Cards and see if they've got like 80 of them and just buy them all. Might start like hoarding them and just sending them out to people because yeah, no, that would be funny. That'd be great to get that in PSA 10. That'd get some odd looks from people. It would be fun though. I wouldn't mind having it in a PSA 10 or a BGS 95, or just have like a whole stack of them graded, like have a dozen of them slabbed. Well, Damp, I think I'm gonna start. I admit to a couple weeks ago, but it's on my list of things to do. I was gonna buy a bunch of them and just send them to people whenever I send their cards, just as kind of a gag. I think it'd be funny. It just seems like the fun thing to do, just because. I wonder if I could ever find. I wonder if anybody's ever got that card graded. I'm assuming some people have for set registry and stuff like that, but not that 91 upper deck would be a set that would be big in for set registry, but someone out there is probably crazy enough to have done it. I'm wondering if I can find a slabbed copy of it. That would be fantastic. I'm gonna have to work on that. Let's see what we have in this pack. Chris Bossio, Ryan Klesko, Rico Bonia, Gomez, Hammond, Bill Spires, Jose Lind, Steve Finley, Jimmy Key, Carlos Quintana, Pat Combs, Ray Sanchez, Bo Knows Baseball, and Gerald Perry. And the checklist. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Hey, Anderson. How are you doing this evening? Looks like we've got about 5 minutes before we get started with our Gold Rush Football autograph mini helmet. Should be pretty cool. Last time we hit a Eli Manning auto helmet. Well, hopefully you will, Anderson. Yeah, I think I've got you down for 10 spots select. I'm going to move our mini helmet box. I never can get a good view on this box just because of the angle of my webcam, and the box is so tall. So when I open it, I'll just bring it over like that because you can obviously see the seal's really good, and then the little hologram sticker seal there on the box. But I'll just flip it over like that, like I did the last time when I opened it. Obviously, it's still sealed. From the fine folks at Steel City Collectibles with their Gold Rush line. Thank you to whoever hit the like button so early in the presentation, obviously giving me the tremendous benefit of the doubt. Before I've opened anything, hopefully I will pull some good stuff for everyone. Should be a lot of fun. We have our Hobby Chrome box, 2 autos, bunch of refractors, bunch of rookie cards, and our 19 National Treasures baseball, which is somewhat difficult to find nowadays. I dare say there's probably not a lot of folks breaking that. And then we've got our 2 boxes, packs, whatever you want to call them, of Topps 3D for this year, random team. And then, of course, in the back, we've got our Select Football Mega Box. A little bit of everything this evening. It's like a potluck dinner that went awry somewhere. But generally, most of my breaking schedules are. There's, it's just kind of a mishmash of whatever I want to throw up on the website to break. Just some random fun stuff. Looks like we've got a couple minutes before we open our mini helmet. I want to make sure I've got the random all set. I do, as luck would have it. Well, alrighty. It looks like it is 7 o'clock, so let's get started with our 2021 Gold Rush Football Autographed Mini Helmet Specialty Edition Random Player 1-Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Dwayne in the top spot and Pablo in the bottom spot. So we will just cut and paste that next to our player list. I'll cut and paste this over to the right and sort it by everybody's names. And then briefly go through our list so everybody can see which players they have in the break. And then we will open our box and see what we got. Alrighty, now that we have been through our list, let's open our box and see what we get. I'm going to use a little sharper blade for this since I'm cutting it at an angle. I'll make sure I've got it on the camera good. All right, and our mini helmet is of, let's see, a Kansas City Chief logo. Marcus Allen. And this is the Ellipse alternative version. As you can see there's the auto. You can see the Marcus Allen 32. They were also kind enough to put it on the sticker on the bottom. Although I would have liked to think eventually I would have figured out the 32 part and linked it to Marcus Allen. Nice helmet though, the Ellipse alternative version, or the blackout version, I guess. All right, so let's see you at Marcus Allen. And hey, that goes to Dwayne. Congrats on that, Dwayne. Awesome. Fantastic. Nice helmet. That's your second one, Dwayne, back to back. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Very nice. You can see the authentication sticker there on the back. So this was from a pardon me, from a signing session that was witnessed by a BGS representative. You can see that Beckett witnessed registration sticker there, which makes plenty of sense. Steel City does a ton of signings each year. Awesome. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 2021 Gold Rush Football Autograph Mini Helmet Specialty Edition Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the live stream for the break this evening. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. And we'll be back in just, well, in about 10 minutes with our 2021 Topps 3D Baseball 2-pack random team break. Thanks again, everybody. Hey, Joseph. How are you doing this evening? Put that helmet back in the box. I'll put our 3D packs / mini boxes up here. Still got a ton of spots left in that. Alrighty, I'm just going to update a couple of our lists real quick. Thanks to everybody that's been picking up those spots since we got started. Looks like we've got about 8 minutes left before 3D. At first I did too, Anderson. That's what I was thinking. That was the first name actually that crossed my mind when I saw that Chiefs logo. I was thinking it was Travis Kelce, but we were faked out by Marcus Allen. Sometimes that happens though. You get a little faked out by something. Certainly not the end of the world though. I thought the Marcus Allen single was nice though, and he always puts his number with his signature, which is very nice. Which one, Dampier? The 3D break? Actually, that's a great reminder. I appreciate you reminding me of that. I need to let me put some links in the chat as some of we've got a couple breaks that we've still got spots left in, but it's certainly not too late to get on either one of them. Great question. As usual, I am the world's worst marketer. There is the link to the 3D break if anybody is so inclined to take a spot or two. And then I'll put up a link to the Chrome break. I think those are the yeah, we've still got about 12 spots, I think, in our jersey break. So I'll put the link up to that as well. Thank you for reminding me of that. Dampier, I always forget to put links up. I get kind of caught up in what I'm doing, and if I've got spots, a few spots left here and there, I will forget to put the links in the chat so it's easy for folks to get a spot or two if they'd like to. So I think we've got 12 left in the jersey. Let's see what we've got everywhere else. All right, looks like 3D is down to 10. I'm going to give it another minute or two. Alrighty, looks like we're sold out on 3D. Thanks to everybody picking up those spots. I appreciate it. Give me just a second to get a random set and we'll get started. Alrighty, got everything set up. So let's get started with our 2021 Topps 3D Random Team 2-pack break number 2. Just like with all of our random team breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical team list. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. Now we've got Jim T in the top spot and Jim T in the bottom spot. What are the odds of that? So we'll blow this list up a little bit so it's a little easier to read. Cut and paste it over to the right and sort it by everyone's names. And then see who has which teams. Alrighty. Daryl's got the Astros and the Mariners. Dwayne has the A's, the Brewers, the Dodgers, the Rockies, and the Royals. Eric's got the Padres. Evan's got the Cubs, the Giants, and the Pirates. Fred has the Blue Jays, the Twins, and the White Sox. Hector's got the Rangers. Jim has the Angels, the Orioles, and the Yankees. Joseph has the Red Sox. Josh has the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. Kenneth has the Reds. Lester's got the Braves, the Cardinals, the Indians, and the Tigers. Lori has the Mets and the Nationals. And Roger has the Phillies and the Rays. Alrighty. So now that we're done with our list, let's open our 2 mini boxes here and see what we get. Get some sleeves from here that did not even have my sleeves ready. All right, our first card is Steven Strasburg for the Nationals. Then our next card is Justin Verlander for the Astros. And then our next card is Miguel Sano for the Twins. Then our next card is Whit Merrifield for the Royals. And our next card is Mookie Betts for the Dodgers. And then our next card is Pete Alonso for the Mets. And then our next card is Christian Pache for the Braves. And that is the rookie class motion card. And then our last card in pack 1 is Tristan McKenzie for the Indians. Next box. Yeah, I like those rookie class cards. They're very nice. Our first card is Mike Yastrzemski for the Giants. And our next card is George Springer for the Blue Jays. Then we have Corey Seager for the Dodgers. And then, well, how about this? Mike Trout for the Angels. And then we have Yordan Alvarez for the Astros. And then we have Devin Williams with the Brewers. And then our first rookie class motion card is Jake Cronenworth for the Padres. And then next we have our last card is Casey Mize for the Tigers. Alrighty, now that we have opened our packs, let's go back to our list and see who's got which cards. We will start with our base cards first. Our first one is Devin Williams for the Brewers, and that goes to Dwayne. Congrats on that, Dwayne. And then next is Yordan Alvarez for the Astros, and that goes to Daryl. Congrats on that, Daryl. And then next is Mike Trout for the Angels, and that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. And then next is Corey Seager for the Dodgers, and that goes to Dwayne. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is George Springer with the Blue Jays, and that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then next is Mike Yastrzemski with the Giants, and that goes to Evan. Congrats on that, Evan. And then next is Pete Alonso with the Mets, and that goes to Lori. Congrats on that, Lori. And then next is Mookie Betts with the Dodgers, and that goes to Dwayne with the triple. Congrats on that. And then next we have Whit Merrifield with the Royals, and that goes to Dwayne as well. Dwayne's on fire this evening. Got the mini helmet and getting a bunch of cards in the 3D break too. Our next card is Miguel Sano with the Twins, and that goes to Fred. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is Justin Verlander with the Astros, and that goes to Daryl. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then our last base card is Steven Strasburg for the Nationals, and that goes to Lori. Doubling up, congrats on that. So next we'll go through our rookie class emotion cards, and our first one is Casey Mize for the Tigers, and that goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. And then next is Jake Cronenworth for the Padres, and that goes to Eric. Congrats on that, Eric. And then next is Tristan McKenzie for the Indians, and that goes to Lester. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then last but certainly not least, our Christian Pache rookie card for the Braves, and that goes to Lester with the triple. Congratulations on that. Awesome. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 2021 Topps 3D Baseball Random Team 2-pack break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the live stream for the break this evening. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes with our Gold Rush Multi-Sport Autographed Jersey Random Player Break number 2. Thanks again, everybody. Well, and I think that's probably part of it, Joseph, is with one spot, you know, you might hit, you might not. But I think most of the people that bought probably had 2 or 3. Yeah, we're doing the Chrome. The you can kind of look there on the right of the side of the screen. I've got tonight's schedule laid out there, but that'll be the last break we do is the Topps Chrome Hobby Box. We'll be doing that in about an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see here what's next. Our jersey. So I'm going to move all these boxes over and bring our jersey box up here. Dun, dun, dun. This box is huge. It's like 1.5 feet wide. So it's a little difficult to get all of it in the camera, but again, it's got that hologram seal, so y'all can kind of see as I cut through it. Obviously, it is still sealed. Yeah, those rookie cards in that 3D are nice, and they don't make a lot of that. So those are pretty tough. Not so much now because it just came out, but like if you're looking for one of those cards a year from now, it's gonna be pretty pricey, just because they don't make a lot of it. Just because they see it as kind of a niche product that it doesn't necessarily appeal to necessarily everybody. A lot of people will buy it off the website just because they know they can put it on eBay and flip it for 3 times what they pay. But it's just one of those nice kind of niche products. I like it. I think it's fun. I'd never broken it before, and that's why I had got a few boxes of it, just because, honestly, I just wanted to see it. I'd never opened it before, so it was one of those things I'm like, I'm going to buy it, and if I sell it out, great. And if I don't, well, whatever. I just want to see it. So sometimes I'll throw stuff like that up on the website that might not be the most commercially viable break ever, but I do it just because I want to open it. So that kind of falls into that category. But luckily, all the spots sold out. So that was very fortunate. That was kind of a slow seller, which I get. It's not everybody's cup of tea. Some people like it, some people don't. And it was our second break of it too. We'd done the same break a couple weeks ago, so I probably should let it sit a little while longer, but I wanted to go ahead and run it again. Patience is not a quality that I exhibit very often. All right, looks like we've got 8 spots left in our jersey That is listed in our second eBay store. Hey, David, how are you doing? Good to see you. It has been a little bit. Let's see, 8 spots left in the jersey. Let me go in there, I'll update the chrome number too, although I'm sure we still have plenty. That one's going to take a while. Let's see how many we've got left in it. And it's down to 145. Awesome. Thanks to everybody chipping away at those. 145 spots. Well, that sounds like quite the course load, David. A little calculus and a little philosophy. I don't know which is more difficult. It's tough to pay attention in the philosophy because sometimes some of the stuff is out there. The calculus is, well, it's calculus, so I don't think I need to really say anything about that. So you're taking some classes, huh? Fantastic. How is that going, David? I took both when I was in school, and I have to say I like the calculus a lot more than I like the philosophy. Not that there's anything wrong with either, because there certainly isn't. Alrighty, we'll give it a couple more minutes on the jersey. Got it right here ready to roll. Multi-sport. There's no telling who we're going to pull out of this. Should be pretty awesome though. I think I've got another one of these that I bought, so we'll probably run it again. It just seems like a really good value for a chance at a authenticated autographed jersey of a big star across multiple sports. Hey Kenneth, how are you doing this evening? Yeah, I saw you got the chrome spots there, Kenneth. Thank you for helping to chip away at those. I'm doing fantastic. I have to say, I'm feeling a lot better now that I got on the live stream than I was earlier today, which sometimes is the case. But I'm doing great. Well, I think that's awesome, David. I think that is fantastic. Good for you, sir. Yeah, it's never too late to start a new career. And I speak from experience. I started a second career when I was 39, and I went into an industry that I had never been in with work I'd never done. And I will admit I felt like I was going to puke in my shoes every day for about the first 3 months till I started figuring some stuff out and got hooked up with a really good manager slash mentor that really kind of guided me through the process of what I was trying to do. But it certainly can be done, and um, I think it's frankly a little underrated. But I think that's awesome. It's never too late to change directions, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care what anybody says. Well, hopefully you will, Anderson. Yeah, I know you got a bunch of spots in there. That's just my take, David, but I'll tell you from experience. I left the trading card industry almost a decade ago and started in a totally different industry. Started at the bottom, worked my way up, and I mean, it's not easy, but I mean, it's better than staying in something that you don't want to be in, or that something, if there's more opportunity in another place, or something you'd rather do, or just whatever. I think that sometimes people will be dismissive of that, but it can be done, and there's a lot of people that do it all the time. But I think that's great. All right, let's see here. 6 spots left. Apologize for the delay. We'll get started here in just a minute. I know I had this scheduled for 7:35. I was just waiting for those final spots to sell before we got started. Sometimes that happens. Usually I'm able to time that out pretty good. For whatever reason tonight, not so much, but that's all right. In the summertime, it's a little bit more difficult to time that with any kind of precision or proximity. You just kind of have to wing it and hope for the best. Let me set up our random real quick and we'll get started. I don't think this will take too long. I had it down for 15 minutes, so I think we'll be all right. I don't know if it's wisdom, David. It's just, there's a handful of things in this world I can speak to. Most of them are card related, but that's actually something that I kind of can. But I think that it's great, and I think that I don't think people do that enough, to be honest. A lot of people are in jobs that they hate or make them miserable, or maybe don't have any upside, or any potential for down the road advancement or enrichment. However you want to word that. For different people, that's different things, and I get that. But if you don't like something, change it. Do something about it. Enrich yourself, better yourself, educate yourself, change direction, do something that you want to do, or something that suits your talents, abilities, or passions in life, or just whatever. And that's my thanks for coming to my career TED Talk. Alrighty, now that I've concluded my career TED Talk, let's get started with our 2021 Gold Rush Multi-Sport Autographed Jersey Random Player One Box Break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times, and then we'll match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once. If my mouse will cooperate with me. Twice. 3 times. 4. And lucky number 5. And we've got Fred in the top 2 spots. And And we've got Anthony in the bottom spot. So we will cut and paste that next to our alphabetical player list. I guess I should mention that since this is one of our eBay breaks, I know there are probably some folks who are breaking with us for the first time in this break. So if you happen to be on the live stream with us and have any questions, by all means, please put those in the chat and I'll answer them as soon as I can. Thank you for attending my break and my TED Talk. I think I'm opening up a second career opportunity for myself, David, as career counselor slash box breaker. Might look into that. All right. So are you just getting started, David? Or do you have some hours that you already have, or how far along the journey are you, if you don't mind my asking? I'm just curious. Okay, so you've got a couple years worth of hours then. So you're not that far off. So are you able to use all those hours for your bachelor's? That's awesome. So you've got what, about 60 odd hours to go, give or take a few? That's pretty darn cool. You'll get there in no time. And I'm assuming because you're associates, you get to skip all the intro stuff for a lot of it. You can get right to the good stuff. Although I shouldn't say that because I always enjoyed some of the intro stuff. I took math for all my electives when I was in college, like linear algebra and stuff like that, because it was easy and I didn't have to go to class. I could just show up on test day. Because at that point, like by the time I was a junior in college, I hated it and I just wanted to get my degree and get out. And I was heavily into cards at that time. And keep in mind, this is like 93, 94. So the card market was really, I would deem crazy for that era. And for a dumb college kid, I was doing pretty good money wise. So I had very little interest in attending class. That just didn't, because I didn't live on campus. I lived at home and I drove like a half hour to campus. And it just seemed like a ginormous waste of time at the time. Okay. Now that's awesome where you get two classes free. That's fantastic. So you had 44 hours transfer over, and you're getting two free a semester, which is great. That's quite the deal. Well, good. And it's awful nice not being out of pocket for those semester hours either. That's a nice benefit. Hey, Cardinals fan, how are you doing this evening? Yeah, that's a real nice benefit. and we'll take those classes for free. Alrighty, now that we have been through our list, let's open our box. I'm going to cut the plastic overwrap on this thing first because it's I'm going to tilt this like this so it's on the camera properly, and then we'll cut this hologram sticker that they put. And let's see. Dun, 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 dun. 34. Looks like a Dolphin jersey. I believe this is Ricky Williams. Looks like his signature. I'll move this box out of the way for a second, just so we can look at the jersey a little better. Yep, Ricky Williams. How about that? Former Heisman Trophy winner. Man had calves larger than both my thighs put together. Was an absolute beast. There is the JSA witness protection. There's the little certificate that's in the bag there. I'm not going to take the jersey out of the bag because it's neatly folded and I don't want to mess it up. I always ship these in medium flat rate quality boxes so they don't get jumbled up in shipment. So we're just going to leave it in that bag. There's the witness protection certificate from JSA. How about that little Ricky? There's the nameplate on the other side of the jersey. Hey Graham, which break did you buy in? I vaguely remember your username and I feel like you bought something or a spot in one of our breaks this week. But I don't know if we're doing the break that you bought into this week. I want to say we're not. But if you happen to remember that break, I'll be happy to tell you, Graham. Alrighty. Well, there's our Ricky Williams jersey. Not too shabby. And that does conclude our 2021 Gold Rush Multisport Autograph Jersey Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us for the break in the live stream. And we'll be back in a few minutes with our 2020 Select Football Random Player One Mega Box Break number 5. Thanks again, everybody. Let's set this jersey back in the box. Little interesting side note, Ricky Williams played minor league baseball. Don't know if anybody knew that or not, but he indeed did. Had minor league baseball cards before he entered the University of Texas, actually. Or I think they actually made while he played in the summertime while he was going to UT. Yep. No, Graham, we've still got spots in that. So we don't have that scheduled yet. Once that is close to being sold out and it's on the schedule, then I'll send you a message through eBay letting you know, hey, we're going to do the break this week at this time on the channel. And you can always see our break schedule on our website as well. So, but no, I'll message you. So you're a New York Cardinals fan? My goodness, quite a change. All right, give me just a second to get our random set up there for select, and we'll get started. I know we're a few minutes behind, but sometimes that happens. Sure thing, Graham. Thanks for stopping by. All right, got a random set up for a mega box. Hopefully we'll pull about a bazillion big rookie cards out of this box. We seem to do pretty good with the megas when we open them. I feel like Select as a whole, from a football perspective, between the blasters and the mega boxes, I feel like overall we've done pretty good with them. Got a lot of nice stuff, a lot of rookies, a lot of prisms, a lot of prism rookies. I was going to order some more blasters this week to do team breaks, and I forgot. What part of New York, Cardinals fan? Are you like in New York City? Are you upstate? Just curious. I'm not trying to be nosy or anything. You know what, Anderson? I'm just now realizing, Anderson, I'm just now realizing what you were trying to say in your previous chat comment, and I apologize. Good gracious. This is terrible. This is utterly terrible. I apologize. Let's go back to our list. I'm going to put it up on the screen. I cannot believe I did that. That's the kind of day I'm having. So I apologize. I totally forgot to actually go back and see who won the Ricky Williams jersey. I was so happy to have pulled it out of the box. So it goes to Doc G2. So congrats on that, Milani and Vincent. Congratulations on the Ricky Williams jersey, and I apologize for not showing it sooner. And thank you, thanks guys for Anderson and Andrew for reminding me that I did not go back to the list. Good gracious. I think that might be a first. Like I forget to put things up on the screen sometimes, and I'll scroll through the list and then have to go back, and I've done that a half a dozen times. But I think this is probably like the second time in 3 years that I've actually forgotten. I've concluded the break and done the audio to signify the end of my video when I cut it up, but I didn't actually go to the list and see who won. So I apologize to that, everybody. I hope that wasn't too crazy. Those of you that are joining us from the eBay store, sorry about that. But yeah, that goes to Milani and Vincent. So congrats to you all on that. Very nice jersey. And thanks to Andrew and Anderson for reminding me to go back to the list. Okay. That wasn't embarrassing at all. Alrighty, I finally got the random set. So let's get started with our 2020 Select Football Random Player 1 Megabox break number 5. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Eric in the top spot. And we've got Brian in the bottom spot. Alrighty. I'm glad that I actually went back before I actually started this break. That would have been terrible. You got me off topic, David. Nah, honestly, it's just one of those days. You know how you have days like that sometimes, and you try to kind of mentally stay on course and do everything that you're supposed to be doing and whatnot. And it's just, I think it's very par for the course for me today, unfortunately. But I am thankful that Andrew and Anderson were quick enough to remind me to go back and do that. Although the college talk's pretty exciting, that's always, I'm always happy for people who are able to do that, especially, a little later in life, just because that's not the easiest thing to do. And I think that takes some gumption. Like it, in my mind, that takes some gumption. So if you're willing to do that, then you know, obviously deserve all the rewards, both intrinsic and otherwise, from it. Just my 2 cents. So Anderson, your players are up here first. If you want to take a quick gander at them before we scroll down the list. So Cardinals fan, where is? Uh, oh, I don't even know how to pronounce that. I've seen the town. Is that upstate or is that like middle part of the state? I'm just curious. Yeah, wouldn't that have been something? Tom Brady jersey. That would have been awesome. I like the Ricky Williams jersey because I feel like he's one of those players that obviously had his issues while he was playing, uh, and didn't have probably didn't have the career that physically he was capable of having. But I think that history, he's going to be one of those guys that's going to be looked back historically probably a lot more favorably than he was during the time that he actually played, just because he does have a Heisman Trophy. He had a couple really great seasons, and he was just a beast. I mean, even at UT, I mean, he was just, it was nuts. He almost seems like one of those somewhat mythical figures, and I think that that history will, maybe not from the NFL perspective, but from college football perspective, will treat him that way. Just a guess. I'm not a big UT fan or anything. I just, dude was nuts. I mean, he was a machine when he was in college. And obviously a great athlete because he played minor league baseball. I mean, to be able to play both sports at that level, obviously you got to have some skill and some talent and some innate abilities that most of us normal folk don't have. Oh, okay. So you're near Cooperstown. That's pretty cool. I've never been to Cooperstown. Fun fact though, some I have cards in Cooperstown, but I've never been there. So I don't know if it's still up. It was up a couple of years ago. There was a big baseball card display, and there were several cards in that display from products that I had developed like 15 years ago because a friend had went and taken pictures and sent them to me. And I'm like, oh, I recognize some of those cards. They're mine. That was pretty cool. I think that'd be a great trip though. And honestly, I wouldn't mind going to that part of the state too. I hear it's beautiful. That's right, David. I remember you telling us that you and your was it you and your dad and son went up there to Cooperstown? I thought you'd mentioned the three of you went up there. I forgot all about that. That's a nice trip. Oh yeah, that's right. You change your pick to the 206 card. It's all coming back to me. Alrighty. Now that we have been through our list, let's open up our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. Pack number 1. Peyton Manning. We have a Sam Darnold red die cut prism. Then we have a Odell Beckham Jr. silver. And a Tim Patrick rookie. Pack number 2. James Robinson rookie. Then we have a Zach Moss red die cut rookie prism. Vet base does not ship, David. Although for this box, that's only usually like 4 or 5 cards. Most of it's rookie insert or prism parallel. We have an unbreakable Terry Bradshaw insert. And then our last card is a Joshua Kelly rookie. Oh, how about that? First card, Joe Burrow rookie. Not too bad. Not too bad. We have a red die cut prism of Nick Chubb. And then we have a gold die cut, kind of gold, die cut prism of Jason Moore. And I believe this is serial numbered. Yep, it is serial numbered 127 out of 355. And then our next card is a Laviska Shenault Jr. rookie. Next pack. First card is a Michael Pittman Jr. rookie card. And then our next card is a Jason Moore red die cut prism. So whoever has the Jason Moore spot, not sure who that might be, you get 2 die cut prisms. It's your lucky day. And then our last card is Noah Igbinohe. Nailed it. Next pack. First card is Russell Wilson. Then we have a red die cut prism of Dak. Awesome. And then we have a 96 retro insert of KJ Hamler. And then our last card in the pack is Cam Newton. Next pack. Jerry Rice. We have a red die cut prism of Laviska Shenault Jr. I think we pulled his base rookie earlier. Then we have a Michael Thomas silver. And Michael Vick base. I figured that Dak would be your favorite card, David. First card is Devin Duvernay rookie. Oh, our next one is pretty awesome. How about that? A little Tua. Red Prism die cut rookie Tua. Awesome. Great hit for the Tua spot. And then our next card is Tyreek Hill turbocharged insert. And then our last card in the pack is a Rodrigo Blankenship rookie. Next pack. Devin Aussie, Masahiro rookie. We have a red die cut prism Austin Jackson rookie. And then we have another gold die cut prism, Joe Reed. And that is serial number 219 of 355. And then the last card in the pack. Henry Ruggs III rookie. Then we have a Julio Jones red die cut prism. Then we have a Khalil Mack Hot Stars insert. And then our last card in the pack is a Cole Kmet rookie. Last pack. Mike Evans. Then we have a Jerry Jeudy red die cut prism. Then we have a Jerry Rice Unbreakable insert. And then our last card in the box is Derek Carr. Alrighty, now that we have opened all of our packs, let's go back to our list and see who got which cards. I think we'll start with our inserts first. We have 5 of them. Our first insert is our Khalil Mack Hot Stars. And that goes to Richard. Congrats on that, Richard. And the next is our Tyreek Hill turbocharged insert. And that goes to Anderson. Congrats on that, Anderson. And then next is our KJ Hamler 1996 retro insert. And that goes to Eric. Congrats on that, Eric. And then next is our Jerry Rice Unbreakable insert. And that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then next is our Terry Bradshaw Unbreakable insert. And that goes to Fred as well. Doubling up back to back. So then next we'll go through our base rookie cards. Our first one is Cole Kmet. And that goes to Hector. Congrats on that, Hector. And then next is Henry Ruggs III. And that goes to Pablo. Congrats on that, Pablo. And then next is Devin Asai. And that goes to Daryl. Congrats on that, Daryl. And next is Rodrigo Blankenship. And that goes to Linda. Congrats on that, Linda. And then next is Devin DuVernay. And that goes to Kenneth. Congrats on that, Kenneth. And then next is Noah Igbinohinin. Did not pronounce that right. And that goes to Kenneth as well. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is Michael Pittman Jr. And that goes to Hector. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is Laviska Chenault Jr. And that goes to Fred with the triple. Congrats on that. And the next is Joshua Kelly. And that goes to Hector with the triple. Congrats on that. And the next is James Robinson. And that goes to Bennett. Congrats on that, Bennett. Thanks for joining us this week. And the next is Tim Patrick. And that goes to Linda. Doubling up. Congrats on that. And then our last base rookie is Joe Burrow. And that goes to Pablo. Congrats on that. So then next we'll go through all of our prisms. Let me sort them quickly since we've got a beautiful stack of prism parallels. We've got 10 of the red die cuts, a couple of the gold die cuts, and 2 silvers. Nice little assortment. So first we'll go through our silvers, and our first one is Odell Beckham Jr. Hey, and that goes to Anderson. Doubling up, congrats on that, Anderson. And then our second silver is Michael Thomas, and that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then next we have our 2 gold die cut prisms. Our first one is Jason Moore, who also had a red prism pulled as well. And both of those go to Fred. Congrats on those, Fred. And then our second gold die cut prism is Joe Reed. And that goes to Fred as well. Fred's killing it with the big stack. So next we'll go to our red die cut prisms. And our first one is Zach Moss. And that goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then next is Nick Chubb. And that goes to Fred, adding to the stack. Congrats on that. And then next is Jerry Judy, going to Fred. Congrats on that. And then next is Julio Jones, and that goes to Kenneth. Congrats on that, Kenneth. And then next is Austin Jackson, and that goes to Robert. Congrats on that, Robert. And then next is David's favorite quarterback, Dak Prescott, and that goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then next is Sam Darnold, and that goes to Anderson with the triple. Congrats on that. And then next is Laviska Shenault Jr., and that goes to Fred along with his base rookie. And then last but certainly not least is Artua, red die cut prism rookie, and that goes to Fred. Congratulations on that. Nice break, Fred. All righty. Well, that concludes our 2020 Select Football Random Player 1 Mega Box break number 5. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the live stream for the break this evening. And we'll be back in a few minutes with our 2019 National Treasures Baseball Random Player 1 Box break number 2. Thanks again, everybody. I feel like you did pretty good there, Anderson, with three cards out of 16 spots. I felt like that was pretty darn good. Not too shabby. We'll get some of the jumbo sleeves out for our, I'll set this over here, kind of get it out of the way. Our National Treasures break. Give me just a second to get that random set and we'll get started. Thanks to everybody that's been picking up spots of the top from the Topps Chrome break. I'm sure we probably still have a few spots left, but I know that I've been seeing notifications on my phone for the last couple of breaks, so I appreciate everybody chipping away at that. Yeah, he crushed that last one, David. That was nuts. Fred scooping all the big hits. Sometimes that happens. Alrighty, got a random set. Alrighty, well, let's get started with our 2019 National Treasures Baseball Random Player 1 Box break number 2. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we'll list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Now, I know there's some folks that are breaking with us for the first time in this break. So if you happen to be with us on the live stream and have any questions, please put those questions in the chat and I will answer them as soon as possible. Alrighty, good luck everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Crazy Wojo 33 in the top spot. And Kona Jack in the bottom spot. Alrighty, so I am going to cut and paste this list over to the right, sort it by everyone's eBay IDs, and then we will briefly scroll through the list so everyone can see which players they have in the break before we tear into our box and see what we get. Looks like we're down to 95 spots in the Chrome break coming up next. Isaac, I don't recall. Did you have a spot in this break? I don't recognize the eBay ID Card Farmer 20. If it was under a different name, I just have basically the ID that you used when you purchased the spot. And I realize this break's been up for quite a while, so it could have obviously changed since then, but it would be under the ID that you were registered to at the time you made the purchase. But I don't recall the Card Farmer 20 moniker off the top of my head, but I'll scroll back up once we've done going through the list just to check. But that does not ring a bell. Alrighty, well that is the end of our list. I'm gonna scroll up real quick. Let's see. Nope, no Card Farmer. Alrighty, now that we have been through our list, let's open our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. I have to say, and I know I've mentioned this before, I love cracking the seals on these boxes. It makes the most wonderful noise. Let's see if I can get it to pop right. Perfect. There's our pack. Oh, looks like that's a fat pack right there. I'll sit that right there. Close our box. So I wonder if we got a jumbo book. Oh my goodness. First card is tremendous. Tremendous. Holy mackerel. There's our empty box. First card, look at that. Mike Trout jersey button. Awesome. Serial number 2 of 7. How about that? First card. Well, that would explain why the box was a little thick, because the raised button. How about that? How awesome is that? Incredible. First card, Mike Trout jersey button. Awesome. Pretty darn cool. Next card, got a 8 swatch Danny Jansen. Looks like 2 bat swatches and 6 jersey swatches. Serial number 14 of 99. Then next we have a Nick Senzel 6 swatch. Looks like there's a couple of jersey swatches, might be a batting glove swatch in there and a bat swatch. What if it says on the back of the card? No, it doesn't. And then next, we have a 6 swatch Carlos Correa card, serial number to 49. Looks like those are all 6 jersey swatches. And then our next card, ooh, how about that? A little Ronald Acuna 8 swatch. Looks like 6 of those are jersey, 1 of them's bat, and then that white swatch in the bottom, I'm going to guess, is batting glove. Just from the texture, looks like a batting glove. Serial number 88 of 99. then our next card is a RPA of Carter Keyboom. Nice on-card signature, and a 3-color jersey patch. Nice on-card signature as well. And then our next card is a Jonathan Losaiga jersey autograph, serial numbered 69 of 99. And then our next card is a Michael Kopech triple jersey auto, serial number 20 out of 99. That is a thick card too. Nice on-card signature. And then next, we have a Charlie Blackmon autograph, serial number 21 of 49. And then our last card in the box is a cut signature booklet of John Smoltz, serial numbered 4 of 10. Smoltzy. Nice little booklet there. Alrighty. Well, that is all of the cards in our box. So let's go back to our list and see who got which cards. Isaac, if you all can send me your eBay IDs, I'll go back and look and see what happened. And obviously, if you had spots in this break and you weren't in the list, I will send you a refund later this evening. All right, so let's see here. We'll go through our jersey cards first. Our first one is our Nick Senzel 6-watch card. And that goes to Ouija 5443. Congrats on that. And then next is our Danny Jansen 8-swatch memorabilia card. And that goes to Cockrell 88101. Congrats on that. And then next is our 6-swatch Carlos Correa memorabilia card. And that goes to Anthony. Congrats on that, Anthony. And then next is our Ronald Acuna 8-swatch memorabilia card. And that goes to the Struggle 420. Congrats on that. And then our next card is our Jonathan Losaiga jersey autograph. And that goes to Jerry 649. Congrats on that. And then next is our Charlie Blackmon autograph, serial number to 49. And that goes to Ouija 5443. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next we have our Michael Kopech triple jersey autograph, serial number to 99. And that goes to Ramcop 2. Congrats on that. And then next is our Carter Keyboom RPA, serial number to 99. And that goes to Jerry649. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is our John Smoltz signature cut, or cut signature booklet, serial number 4 of 10. And that goes to Reed Etzkorn. Congrats on that, Reed. And then last but certainly not least, our Mike Trout jersey button card, serial number 2 of 7. And that goes to Chris22912. Congratulations on that. Let's take another look at that Trout button. How about that? That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. Pretty fantastic. Hey, Chris. Fantastic hit. Fantastic. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 2019 National Treasures Baseball Random Player One Box Break number 2. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the live stream for the break this evening. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes with our 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball Random Player One Hobby Box Break number 1. Thanks again, everybody. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. All right. Looked like there was a little bit of a connection issue. I hope you all can hear me. Thank you, Keith. Good to see you again. I'm hoping that you all can hear me. I keep on getting the little circle. There we go. Had a little bit of a connection issue there with the break. I think my streaming software stopped streaming for a second. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to get a fresh drink. I think we've still got spots left in the Chrome break. Let me take a quick check and see how many exactly we have. So if you happen to want any of those before we get started, you might want to do that sooner than later. It looks like we've got 85 spots left. And I'll be back in just a moment, since it looks like we've got about 7 minutes before we're scheduled to start. That National Treasures break did not take nearly as long as I thought it might. So I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty. Get our list updated and we'll get started. This is our last break of the evening. Thanks again to everybody that's been filling up those spots. I know we've had quite a few available. Still can't believe I hit that trout button. That is crazy good. That is nuts. Certainly a great way to start that box. Just getting our list updated, and then we will get started momentarily. Hey Donnie, sorry I didn't see your comment there earlier. I was a little preoccupied. Hope you're doing all right this evening. Just going to get a random set and we will get started with our Chrome Hobby Box break. Hey Ronald, how are you doing this evening? Not sure what you mean by focus. You mean the focus is bad on the camera, or I should focus? Alrighty. Really? Looks pretty clear to me. I'm looking at it on my phone. I've got it up on my YouTube studio screen. I feel like it's pretty clear. Alrighty, well, let's get started with our 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball Random Player One Hobby Box break. Just like with all of our random player breaks, we list everybody in random.org in the order of which they purchased their spots. We'll randomize that list 5 times and then match that up against an alphabetical player list from the product. Good luck, everybody. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And we've got Jose in the top spot. And we've got David in the bottom spot. So we will cut and paste that beside our alphabetical player list there. And I will cut and paste our list over to the right, sort it by everybody's names, and we will briefly scroll through our list so everybody can see who they have in the break. And then we will open our box and see what we get. You still having a problem with the blurry screen there, Ronald? Okay, good. Maybe it was a little something with the stream. Sometimes that happens. We have folks occasionally will say they're getting a blurry screen. So I think we've got 3 Davids in this break: a David K, a David MA, and a David MI. I'll make sure and be clear on that when we go through our cards later. Alrighty, now that we have been through our list, let's open up our box and see what we get. Good luck, everybody. First pack. Jake Arrieta, Matt Chapman. We have a Nick Solak Future Stars insert. And Goldie. Charlie Morton. Garrett Crochet, Ricky. Then we have a David Dahl Refractor. And a Jose Abreu. Shin Shu-Chu. Tanner Houck, Ricky. We have a Mike Brousseau Future Stars insert. And then a Ryan Weathers rookie card. Next pack. Chris Paddock. Ryan Mountcastle rookie. And then we have a George Springer Refractor. And John Means. Buster Posey. Isami Grandal. And then we have a Lewin Diaz Prism Refractor rookie. Or is that the Hyper? I think they still refer to it as Prism. Yeah, Prism Refractor, although some people call it Hyper. Not serial numbered. And then our last card is Jock Patterson. Leody Taveras rookie. Will Myers. We have a baseball insert of Edgar Martinez. And Jose Ramirez. Next pack. Jacob deGrom. We have a Tristan McKenzie rookie. And then a Prism Refractor of Francisco Lindor. And Carlos Correa. Kyle Seager. Keibert Ruiz, rookie. Then we have a David Ortiz baseball insert. And then our last card is Roganid Odor. Next pack. Aroldis Chapman. Luis Campusano, rookie. Then we have a Shun Yamaguchi refractor. And then we have a Christian Javier rookie. Jackie Bradley Jr. Kwang Yun Kim. We have a Jacob deGrom 35th anniversary, 86 retro insert. 209, I think we've got about 80 spots left in that. So at the rate that it's selling, it'll probably be in the next couple weeks. I assume you're talking about the hobby box break. And then next is Brandon Lau. Next pack. Mike Yastrzemski. We have a David Peterson rookie. And a Goldie refractor. And then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Next pack. Victor Robles. And then we have a blue refractor of Jack Flaherty. And that is serial numbered 59 out of 150. And then next we have a Nolan Arenado 35th anniversary insert. And the last card in the pack is Kevin Newman. Next pack. Yu Darvish. Vladdy Jr. Oh, how about this? A little Christian Pache rookie autograph. Awesome. How about that? One of our two autographs in the box. Not too shabby. Pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice. Awesome. And then our last card in the pack is Gleyber Torres. Kevin Kiermaier, Dansby Swanson, and then we have a Kenta Maeda refractor, and a Brady Singer rookie card. Next pack. Rafael Devers, Brandon Woodruff, and then we have a Luis Patino Prism Refractor, and our last card in the pack is Chris Sale. Here comes the judge. What is that? Gold shimmer? Whoa. And then we have an Evan White rookie. And our second autograph in the box is a gold shimmer refractor of Raul Ramirez. How about that? And that is serial numbered 34 of 50. How about that? Nice gold shimmer refractor. I feel like we did pretty good with our two autographs. Last card in the pack is Zach Greinke. Nice gold refractor and Pache. Jeff McNeil. Then we have a purple refractor of Dalton Varsho. Nice rookie refractor there. And that is serial numbered 175 of 299. And then our next card is a Chris Bryant refractor. Back-to-back refractors, not too shabby. And then our last card in the pack is Joey Votto. Nolan Arenado, Chris Bryant, and then we have a Prismic Power Anthony Rendon insert, and Nick Castellanos. Luis Robert, Yordan Alvarez. And we have a Ryan Weathers Prism Refractor to go with his base rookie that we pulled earlier. And then the last card in our pack is Javier Baez. Masahiro Tanaka, Paul DeYoung, and then we have a Mike Trout refractor. Not too shabby there. A little off center. And then our last card in the pack is a Sixto Sanchez rookie. Next pack. JT Realmuto, Kevin Biggio. Then we have a Jesus Luzardo Future Stars insert. And Whit Merrifield. Willie Adames, Trevor Bauer. And then we have a Masahiro Tanaka Refractor. And our last card in the pack is Alex Bregman. Next to last pack. Kenta Maeda, Mike Trout. Then we have a Sixto Sanchez 35th anniversary insert to go with his rookie card that we pulled in the last pack. Their last card is Walker Buehler. Last pack. Luis Castillo, Wilson Contreras. And then we have a Luis Garcia 35th anniversary insert. And we close out the box with Eric Hosmer. Alrighty, now that we have been through all of our packs, let's go back through our list and see who got which cards. Let's see, I think we're going to start with the inserts first. Yeah. Let me get these in some sort of order here. All right, so first are our 35th anniversary inserts. I believe we've got 4 of those. Our first one is Luis Garcia, and that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. And then our next 35th anniversary is Sixto Sanchez, and that goes to Jose along with his rookie card. Congrats on those. Thanks for joining us this week, Jose. And then next is our 35th anniversary Nolan Arenado, and that goes to Jim. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then our last 35th anniversary insert is Jacob deGrom, and that goes to Eric. Congrats on that, Eric. And then next are our Future Stars inserts, and our first one is Jesus Luzardo. And it looks like I have accidentally double listed that in the checklist because there were 2 versions of his name. So Ronald and Ryan will both get those. I'll buy a second one and ship one out. Apologies about that. I'll send y'all refunds for those spots too, since I messed that up on the checklist. Alrighty. So our next Future Stars insert is Mike Brousseau, and that goes to Ronald. Congrats on that, Ronald. And then our last Future Stars insert is Nick Solak, and that goes to Jim with the triple. Congrats on that. And then our next insert is our Anthony Rendon Prismic Power, and that goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then next are our 2 baseball inserts. Our first one is David Ortiz, and that goes to Jose. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then our next baseball insert is Edgar Martinez, and that goes to Joseph B.E. Congrats on that. Alrighty, so next we'll go through our stack of rookie cards. Our first one is Evan White, and that goes to Larry. Congrats on that, Larry. Thank you for joining us this week. And then our next one is Brady Singer, and that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. And then next is David Peterson, and that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. Then our next rookie card is Christian Javier, and that goes to Tom. Congrats on that, Tom. Then our next rookie is Luis Camposano, and that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. And the next rookie is Kybert Ruiz, and that goes to Lawrence. Congrats on that, Lawrence. And then our next rookie is Tristan McKenzie, and that goes to Fred. Doubling up, congrats on that. And the next is Leody Tavares, and that goes to Brian. Congrats on that, Brian. And then next is Ryan Mountcastle, and that goes to Jim with the quad. Congrats on that. And then next is Ryan Weathers. I believe we also have a Prism Refractor of his as well, and both of those go to Eric. Congrats on those, Eric. And then our next rookie is Tanner Houck, and that goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. And then our last base rookie is Garrett Crochet, and that goes to Lester as well. Congrats on that. Alrighty. So next we will go through our stack of refractors. We have quite a few of them. I'm just going to kind of put them in order here. Got a couple colored refractors, plenty of base refractors, and I think we have 4 prism refractors as well. So first we'll go through our base refractors, and our first one is David Dahl, and that goes to Jim T. Congrats on that. And then next is George Springer, and that goes to Jim as well. Building a big stack. Congrats on that. And then next is Kenta Maeda, and that goes to Kenneth. Congrats on that, Kenneth. And then next is Masahiro Tanaka. And why is he not on the checklist? That is nuts. Well, we'll random that off to everybody since there's not a spot for him on the checklist. Not sure why. Then our next refractor is Mike Trout, and that goes to Kenneth. Doubling up, congrats on that. And then next is Chris Bryant, and that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then next is Shun Yamaguchi, and that goes to Lester. Congrats on that, Lester. And then our next base refractor is Paul Goldschmidt, and that goes to Adam. Congrats on that, Adam. So next we have our 4 prism refractors, and our first one is Lewin Diaz, and that goes to Jose. Congrats on that, Jose. And then next is Francisco Lindor, and that goes to Joe. Congrats on that, Joe. And it looks like Tatis was doubled up too. Goodness gracious. So I'll refund both of those. I'm going to highlight those in green just so I don't forget. So Ronald and Ethan, I'll send you refunds for those spots. I apologize about that. So our next Prism Refractor is Luis Patino, and that goes to Jim. Congrats on that, Jim. Adding to your stack there. And then we have a purple refractor of Dalton Varsho, serial numbered to 299. And that goes to Jose. Congrats on that, Jose. And then our last refractor is our blue refractor of Jack Flaherty, serial number to 150. And that goes to Ronald. Congrats on that, Ronald. So then next we have our two autographs, and our first one is Christian Pache autograph. And that goes to Fred. Congrats on that, Fred. And then our second autograph is a gold shimmer refractor autograph of Raul Ramirez, serial numbered to 50. And that goes to David M.A. Congratulations on that. Well, alrighty, give me a second to set up a random for our Masahiro Tanaka refractor. I can't believe he's part of the base set. He should have been in the checklist. I usually get all my checklists from either Group Break Checklists or from Beckett, since Ryan at Beckett now does the little Excel attachments when he publishes them. And I know he cuts and pastes them right from the manufacturer, so it's a little odd that was not included. So, yep, okay. Give me just a second to get that set, and we'll figure out who gets that refractor. I'll run the original list that we used with the original random. Alrighty. So again, I'm going to run the random 5 times. Whoever's at the top will get the Masahiro Tanaka refractor. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and lucky number 5. And it goes to Lawrence. Congratulations on that, Lawrence. Doubling up. Congrats on that. Well, alrighty. That concludes our 2021 Topps Chrome Baseball Random Player 1 Hobby Box Break number 1. Thanks to everybody that bought spots in the break. As always, we appreciate you all supporting our breaks the way you do. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the stream for the live break this evening. And that does conclude our break schedule for tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the breaks this evening. I know I certainly did. And we'll be back next Saturday, same time, same channel. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of your evening and the rest of your weekend. And hope everybody has a good, safe week ahead. And we'll look forward to seeing you back here next Saturday. Thanks again, everybody. Well, alrighty. It's quite a eventful evening. Felt like we did pulled some pretty nice stuff this evening. Our started off with our Marcus Allen mini helmet, although I think a lot of us thought it was Travis Kelce when we saw that Chiefs logo. And then, of course, our 3D packs were fun as always. Pulled some nice rookies out of those, and also a Trout, which is pretty darn nice in a limited run product like that. And then our multi-sport autographed jersey with our Ricky Williams jersey, even though I slightly screwed that up by not going right to the list at the end. My apologies again. And then, of course, our select football mega box with our Tua red prism die cut rookie and other prisms in there. And then, of course, our big Trout jersey button card, National Treasures, which was really nice. And then our Chrome box with our Apache rookie and then our Ramirez gold refractor autograph. So those were pretty, feel like we did pretty good in all the breaks actually this evening. It's pretty nice. So certainly thankful for that. Obviously, I'm always happy when I can pull big stuff for you all. So that was always really nice. I've got our schedule posted up for next week there, so um, I'll have that on the website probably sometime early tomorrow afternoon, like I usually do on Sundays. And got something a little different with our multi-sport mixer. I know I normally don't have stuff like that. I usually just do straight breaks, but and I'm not going to lie to you and say I came up with the idea because I did and I copied it from someone else. But it seemed like a really nice idea to copy, so we're going to try that out next week. I'm kind of doing it as a test just to see if it's something that people are interested in. If they are, we'll probably do them in the future, and obviously if they're not, we won't. But I just figured that might be something fun to try. It's one of those things where every spot gets a card, so you're guaranteed something. And even the low end of the mix, it's mostly rookie cards. I think just about every card in the mixer is a rookie card outside of the Mahomes second year Prism. But I think just about it, and the Kobe Prism, the Kobe red, white, and blue Prism. But aside from those two cards, I think all the other cards in the break in the mixer are rookie cards. So I just, I came up with that. I saw somebody doing that with vintage, and I thought, well, I could do that with modern and something to try out, and it allows me to kind of control the value a little bit better. Obviously, when we're opening packs, you don't know what you're going to get. You might get something really nice, and you might not, and we all kind of know that. So I like doing the mixer because everything is pretty laid out. These are the 50 cards that are involved, so it makes things a little more upfront and frankly allows me to control the value a little bit better, and I like that. So it's a little bit different proposition there, but yeah, I know that I probably did not have a lot of energy this evening. I apologize for that. I've had a last couple of days have been rough. You know how sometimes you just have rough days. I got some news a couple of days ago about an old friend who passed away unexpectedly, and as someone that I worked with a long time ago, and um, frankly, I was a little jarred by that. And I've kind of been in a daze the last couple of days. I'm not going to lie. I heard Friday afternoon, and I kind of sat at my other desk for my regular work, and frankly didn't do anything the rest of the day. I just sat there kind of numb, couldn't believe it. Um, Today, I haven't done much of anything except get our list prepped and stuff like that, and uh, kind of still been numb. So I apologize for my lack of energy tonight. It's just sometimes you get news like that and it stuns you for a little bit, and it takes you a little while to get past it. And I'm certainly no different. And you know, we all have our good days and our bad days. And again, I'm no different than any of you in that regard. So um, hopefully, I'll be back to my normal, higher voiced, monotone self next week, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here next Saturday. But I appreciate all of you that stick with me through the feed, week in, week out, all the way through, and hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and hope everybody has a safe week ahead. And we'll see you all next Saturday. Thanks again, everybody.